Yo, what up, people? This is my Z125 Pro. I'm just doing I guess you could say a little update on it. I'm right around the 4,700 mile range. I want to talk about the tires that I have, which are Mitas, and talk about the big bore kit, how is it running and stuff like that. And then I want to talk about the sell point. I've been having a lot of people make me offers on this bike, and so I just want to give my 2 cents on what you should sell a Z125 that's been big bored and been modded such as mine for. So let's hop right into it. The Mita tires, the rears are medium compound because sometimes I'll drive through the emergency lane, so that way I don't have to sit in traffic or a lane split over here in Texas. Yeah, so I chose medium so that way nails wouldn't get in or anything like that. But it does pick up tiny staples. But other than that, that's it. And the staples never go, they never really go too deep to where it'll puncture and make me lose air in the rear tire. But these tires are extremely sticky, extremely. I mean, as you can tell, I kind of get it all the way over on the edges almost. These are some really good tires. Love them. Like stock tires, they were so flimsy when you would ride on the bike. It wobbled a lot because the tires are just so darn thin. Now with these tires, it feels so much more planted. So these tires were really worth the money. They were $186 for the set. Got them on eBay from what's that seller's name? Oh well, can't remember it. But it's on eBay though. You type in Mita tires, Mitas, and you'll see. The fronts are soft compound though. Let's see here. If I can find a little badge to show y'all. Oh well, can't. So let's get to the big bore kit now. It's been running really good actually. We maxed out the stock fuel injector, so we need a bigger injector to get more fuel into it. And speaking of big bore kits, I've ordered the Kitaco 4-valve kit, which has been discontinued. So I'll be one of the few guys that will have one. Tommy Davis has gotten his already. If you guys haven't seen his videos, check him out, because he beat me to the punch on it. He's a real cool guy, so go check his vids out, man. He's really cool. Him and I both go to the dynos and stuff like that, although we don't live in the same state or city, but we always get our bikes dynoed and stuff like that. Make sure we're tuning them correctly, you know, the way it needs to be done. But other than that, the big bore kit runs really good. Basically about 100% usage is on Freeway. All use is on Freeway, honestly. I don't really cruise on the feeder road or anything like that. As you can see, I'm at 4739. I'll crank it up for you guys so you can hear it. Still runs good, sounds great. So yeah, I enjoy the big bore kit. It's extremely awesome. I'm running a 15.2 front sprocket. I've been having a lot of people ask me on my other videos what sprocket am I running and stuff like that. So that way you guys know, 15.2 front sprocket. Once that 4-valve kit comes in, I will definitely be lowering the rear sprocket by 2 teeth. So that way I can get a higher top speed. So as you can see, everything is looking real good. You know, the exhaust pipe looks beautiful as ever. Freeway riding, extremely easy. In the wind, this thing, it pushes, but I won't lie, I'm about 85 to 100% wide open throttle, just depending on how much wind it is blowing against me. If it's a light wind, like a 10 mile per hour wind, nah, I'm not even full throttle. I'm nowhere near it, probably about 75% throttle. And I can maintain 64, 65 miles per hour easily. And it's nice. I pass up a lot of cars And if I'm going with the wind, oh man, it's lights out. I'm passing up way too many cars. Top off is 67 miles per hour indicated on the dash. I think I go about 70 though. I seriously pass up way too many cars. And I let a lot of my buddies with Groms ride the Z, and they think, yeah, it does about 70. You know, like it doesn't feel like it's 65 or 68, because you know Groms can do about 71, 72. So they're pretty quick. Well, this one's pretty quick. I mean, this Z. Now sales point, because I've been getting so many offers, if I were to sell this, you know, and also what you guys should look for too, but if I were to sell it, it'd be 4,500 flat, maybe $4,000 at the least, maybe. But with all the dyno tuning, the race head, oil cooler, performance clutch that I've got on here, super oil pump, you know, the LED headlight made by Pia, not a cheap China one. That was $142 for that LED light. You know, I put money in good quality parts on this bike, plus the Power Commander 5. So I spent money on it already. I do have Brembo brake calipers at the house. I need to get those installed. I think they're the P32, the black ones, so I do need to get that installed with the steel braided lines, just for the front only. I will do the rear eventually. Once that 4-valve kit head comes in, I will be doing Olin suspension all the way around, front and rear. Another thing you guys should look out for if you're going to buy a Z125 that's been modded, make sure it's been taken care of. The first thing I would look for is headers. Headers will tell you everything. You know, if you've been mudding or whatnot, you can look at mine and tell, nah, I've never been mudding on this at all. Never. Also, check underneath the engine case. You know, see how clean it is? I keep mine extremely clean, but I'm anal like that. That's how I've always done all my sport bikes and my mini bikes. You know, it's a habit for me at least. It's really easy. I wash and wax my bikes once a week. For those of you that want to know what I use Griot's, and also use their spray wax too. Good stuff. You know, that's something you need to look for though when looking for a used Z125 that's been modded, because with this type of engine, you want to make sure that bike's been taken care of. You don't want to buy this kind of bike with these mods on it, and that person didn't take care of it, because then you'll be spending some money to fix it or get it fixed up correctly. Also, another big thing you want to look for: chain and sprockets. Make sure that shit is clean. I hate people, not hate, but I dislike riders who ride around with rusted chains, especially on these mini bikes. It's way too damn easy to keep it clean, to keep it lubed up, and to wipe your sprockets down. It's way too easy. I clean it always when I wash and wax. Every time I wash and wax, I clean the chain and sprockets. So, real easy. Make sure that's always done. You know, so definitely check that out. You know, look up here. You know, make sure it ain't all filthy and stuff like that. You know, because hey, if someone's selling you a modded Z125 and it's dirty, you know, the chain and sprockets are rusted out, man, that's a big sign of that they didn't take care of the bike. If they couldn't take care of something as simple as the chain and sprockets, why the hell would they take care of their big bore kit? Like, seriously. So definitely be on the watch for that, guys. For those of you who are looking to buy a used Z125 that's been modded, because if it was my money, honestly, I would have waited till the Z125 started. I would have waited until more had been sold, and would have found me a used modded one on Craigslist to save me some money. Like, seriously, I'm about, let's see, $6,000 into this bike, $3,400 for the bike, and I paid about $2,500 in mods, cash mods, you know. So yeah, and that 4-valve Kitico head kit cost me $1,000, so that just upped it. So, you know, all this experimenting with this bike and whatnot, it's fun and it's worth it if you have the money to do it. But hell, I don't like spending money like that just for no damn reason, you know, if I could have avoided it. But hey, the Z125 looks cooler, way better than the Grom, I personally think. Sorry for you Grom riders who get offended. But I mean, the pegs are better. I mean, hey, I take some seriously low turns. I mean, I get in it aggressively, where my brother on his Grom scrapes his pegs. I'm not even scraping mine. So, plus these pegs are really grippy for the race boots too. So that's one of the reasons why my brother sold his Grom and got him a Pro. He loved how the positioning was of it on the pegs, how grippy it was, how high up the pegs were, so you can take lower turns and ride pretty aggressively through the turn. But all in all, this is an amazing bike. It's amazing, like seriously. As long as you do the big bore kit, it's amazing. But stock, no, I'm not feeling it. Like seriously, I wouldn't buy this bike to keep it stock just to ride on the feeder road. That's silly. Like But then again, hey, you know, to each their own. And if you want to do that, hey, do it. More power to you. You know, seriously. But hey, if you guys have any questions, comments, just ask. I have a lot of people that text me off of my last video because I put my cell phone number on there. So hey, you know, if you guys need anything, just call, ask, text me, because a lot of people have been calling, texting me and asking me questions, and hey, I have no problem answering it. I have this one guy who always asks me about the big bore kit, so I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. He just wants to do 70 on the freeway, and I told him exactly what he needs. The TV Bolt kit is a great kit, and it's cheap, and it's great, but I only got 13.5 or 13.10 horses out of the kit versus my buddy Tommy Davis. He got 15.2 horsepower out of his Kidco kit. That was a 143cc with the race head 2 valve. Kidco makes better performance, makes more power. Their kits make more power. There we go. So I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even go with T-Bolt. I mean, if you're trying to get more power, then Kidco's the way to go, but all their kits have been discontinued, to the best of my knowledge. So they're fixing to start getting hard to find, so get them while you can. Or you can just wait, and hopefully, you know, Kidco makes an engine, because I think they make an engine for the Grom now, and it costs about $2,300 or $3,200, which is pretty damn cool. I think it's like a 200cc engine. Man, if they come out with that for the Pro, I'm all on that. Seriously. And you know what? Also, stay tuned for a bigger injector, because that is coming. City Garage gave me a call, so it should be out within a week or two, they told me. So stay tuned for it. So I'm just hoping and praying that it comes out soon. All right, guys, appreciate y'all for watching the video. Like I said, any questions, just call or text me. No problem here. I'll help you out as best I can. Ride hard.